Meow wow, bow wow, TDFA, episode 15. And this week's a little different, guys. I am all alone in my room recording an episode by myself. And why, you ask? Oh, is Marshall injured? Is Marshall hurt? No, I'm a big fucking idiot. I'm a dumbass. You shouldn't trust me. If you see me in the street, should be asking where my handler is, why I can't do anything right in my entire life. On this Sunday, I'm recording on a Monday evening after a long day of work. So yesterday, Sunday, I woke up, rolled out of bed, 12:55 p.m. p.m. a.m. p.m. a.m. is the nighttime one. And I was like, fuck, better get ready to go. So I threw all my stuff into a bag. I accounted for it all, and I was ready for my trip, my voyage across the coast to Tampa. And, it was a normal day. I was feeling fine. Driving went well, not too much traffic. There was some. Normal day. I arrive in Tampa. I get my stuff all together. I put it down, and me and Marshall decide to go have a nice meal at Glory Days, which is a sports bar. I don't know if it's a chain. Uh, I'm not a fan of their menu, but Marshall likes it, so I've been there twice now, and not a bad place. And I should have known that this was going to be a bad trip just by this happenstance. I'm sitting there. I order a Coca-Cola. I believe Marshall ordered Dr. P, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Thunder, Dr. Robotnik. Everybody loves that Sonic game. And the waitress arrives. She's holding the tray with one hand. She sets down Marshall's Dr. Pepper real nice. And she takes that tray and decides to put it at a 45-degree angle right over my lap and dumps a fresh Coca-Cola in my lap, ruining my entire outfit. Now, I wasn't really too tied up on this outfit, so it didn't matter. The thing I was really worried about is I ordered a Coca-Cola, which means I was going to get fucking sticky. I was going to be sticky the whole rest of the day. And I had to do another 2 hours of driving. So I hate driving because I never seem to be able to get the fucking air conditioner right. I'm always way too cold or way too hot. There's no happy medium. My fingers go numb. I hate it. I wish air conditioning could be perfect. Air conditioning sucks in cars. It's just a fan blowing on you. They need to figure it out. They need to fix it. And it's like the number one thing that goes out in people's car. Like Marshall's car that day was out of air conditioning. And I was like, no, it's fine. Then his windows broke. Air conditioning and windows are the two thirds things that go out of a car. And I don't know why. And you go, oh, you shouldn't complain. Those aren't two key functioning mechanics to start a vehicle. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to be comfortable. I'm not here to get from place to place. I do that normally. If I was worried about that, I'd just take the fucking bus. I'm paying for a vehicle. I want the luxuries of a vehicle. I want my windows to go up and down, and I want air conditioning that doesn't suck, big dick, and that works. And right now, poor Marshall has neither, and I feel bad for him. So if you want to GoFundMe Marshall a brand new whip, hit him up on hit us up on Instagram. You can Snap Cash us. We'll probably send you like a dick pic or something as payment, because that's all we have that's valuable. I'm seeing a lot of e-girls get away with this. They're making big money. I'll start an OnlyFans account. It'll be sexy. So we're enjoying our meal at Glory Days. I decide I see this advertisement, and it says brown bag drinks $2. And it was a deal for a Pabst Blue Ribbon Tall Boy for a cheap price of $2 a can. And I like Pabst Blue Ribbon. I believe their slogan is, "Yeah, your dad drank them." And so, yeah, why not? I'll be a dad one day. You know, that's my big plan. And so I ordered the brown bag. Marshall gets one as well. And I decided I'm going to pick up the beer. We each have 2 rounds, so total of 4 beers, total of $8 spent on brown bag beverages while we were enjoying the first week of NFL football. Everybody in America is excited. That's American football, not that bullshit ass game you guys play with your feet. I think you call it footsies, and you do it to the girl that you like in class, and she thinks you're picking on her, but really you're trying to figure out if feet is your fetish. It's not mine. Might be yours. Play some footsies. Find out. If you're getting rock solid over footsies, at least you didn't turn out to be a pedophile. Way worse fetish. I feel bad for those people. They don't choose that life. Nobody wakes up and goes, I want to fuck kids. They go, oh man, I don't like women in their 30s. I like them 10. Oh god, that could be taken the wrong way. Not me. I don't like them at 10. You know what I mean. These poor guys. But also, despicable, nasty humans. Castrate them all. I think that covers all the bases. So we're enjoying the first week of American NFL National Football League football. Enjoying our brown bag beverages while I got soggy shorts on. And it couldn't have been a worse situation. So we finish up the meal. Marshall forgets his doggy bag at the restaurant. Hint number 2, that this was going to be a shit day in general. And we get back to Marshall's home, his lovely abode, and I start unpacking my things from my backpack, and I cannot find the damn recorder. And if you don't know anything about podcasts, the recorder's the main deal. You need that. That's the main part. You don't have that, you don't have dick. So I'm like tearing this bag apart. And I'm thinking because I rolled out of bed and got right in the car and drove, that my dumbass left it on my dresser or something. So I'm pulling the bag apart, can't find it. And I felt so bad. I had to tell Marshall we couldn't record, which is why I'm recording alone today, if you haven't figured it out yet. And don't worry if you're thinking, God damn, I really hate this fat-headed idiot who can't even remember to bring a recorder to sunny Tampa, Florida. I really like that long-haired fellow with the glasses that he always makes me chuckle-uckle. Well, he's supposed to be recording something on his, I believe they call it a Apple telephone. And so I hope the audio is good on that, guys. I do not have an Apple telephone. People get real pissy about that little Android Apple fight. And I see a lot of Android users go after each other. Or like their like tentpole topic on this is that Android's cheaper, but my phone costs the same amount as an iPhone. I got the Samsung S9 Plus, I think it's called. And at the time, I had the choice between the iPhone X and this. I chose this because I have a preference. I don't like the Apple products. Don't care for them. And so I went with this. But it cost the same amount. They were both $1,000. Now, did I pay $1,000? No. Do you remember when you used to be able to walk into a Walmart and pay like a penny for a cell phone? They'd be like, yeah, this cell phone's a penny, this one's a quarter, and then there's like one for $50, and that was the best phone there, and your mom never let you get that one. You got the one for the penny. Or 99 cents. It was $1. It's like, why even charge me the $1? Just give me the damn phone. I had a track phone for a little bit when I was a kid. That sucked. They had this little red ball game. I don't know if anybody had a track phone back in the day, but they had this little red ball game where you would jump over spikes. I played the fuck out of that. I never called or texted anybody on that track phone. I just played the red ball game, and I left it at home most days. And I think that's how everybody's first... I mean, now kids today, they got the iPhone. They're TikToking around. They're Minecrafting. They're dabbing on the haters. And back when I was a kid, that cell phone, you played red ball jump game and Snake, and then you left that bitch at home, and it had a battery for a year. That shit was hot. I loved it. Track phones. Shout out to track phone. I don't know if they still make track phones. My my thinking process on it is track phones would probably be the most marketable to like 65 plus because they don't like touch screens and they want the fucking uh they want the buttons, they want the tactile buttons. Uh so so I got way off topic there. I drive all the way back home with my sticky pants, my sticky shoes, my sticky legs. Um I felt like a girl after a gangbang, you know what I mean? Just covered in jism and Coca-Cola. That would be a fetish video. Diet Coke and Mentos, gangbang. I would pay big money to see that. Uh, so drive all the way home, get home, and I look on my bed because that was my station, my packing station, and the recorder's not on my fucking bed. I'm trying to figure out where I could have left this goddamn recorder. So I'm going through all my shit and I can't find it. So I pull out the backpack again. I go to rent in my car because I was just going to leave it in the car. I was so pissed. And I pull out my backpack and it's in the fucking backpack now. And that's not fucking cool. I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced this bullshit where you are 100% sure you had it. And then when you get to the game, the dance, you look exactly where you put it, not fucking there, and then you come back to that like exact object weeks, months, the same day later, and the item has magically reappeared. I remember in the fucking third grade, it was snow cone day, and I was very excited for snow cone day because snow cones was not a treat that I got very often as a child. Ice cream, whatever, pizza social, ice cream. I don't know why they called it an ice cream social. That sounded real gay. I did not want to join an ice cream social, but I did. I attended many a social of ice creams. Not by choice though. And so my favorite is blue. It has no other flavor. Don't try and tell me that's raspberry. I've never had a raspberry that tasted like blue. And I wanted the blue. And I go to my fucking backpack where I'm pretty sure these fucking snow cones were like a quarter or a dime. And I had 2 dimes and a nickel to make 25 cents. For our international viewers, that's 2 of the smallest ones and one of the medium-sized ones. That's not copper and has Abraham Lincoln on it. Shout out him for freeing the slaves. He did the right thing. That you can quote me on that. So you're not gonna catch me in some bullshit on slavery. He freed them. That was the right thing to do. Shout out Abe Lincoln. He has the most iconic look. He's got his signature hat. Him and Donald Trump got some similar. They both have iconic hats. Who knew? I think Lincoln wore his hat more though. Like you don't see Trump walking around in a MAGA hat too often. You did when he was campaigning. I wonder if he's going to bring it back. Do you remember when they were originally blue? They were originally blue, and then they turned red. Speaking of blue, I was getting a fucking snow cone, and I was missing a dime. A dime. So I was 15 cents, so I was 10 cents short. And you know what 10 cents shorts gets you on snow cone day? Jack fucking shit. I didn't get blue. I didn't get red, which not my preference. I didn't even get yellow. I would have preferred yellow. A little water sports on snow cone day. Hell yeah. Hope it's lemon limes. I know it's not. So I didn't get it. But I swear I searched the pot. It was in my backpack. So because I didn't want to put it in my pockets because I've lost money in my pockets before. And losing shit sucks. So I went through my backpack over and over and over again. That dime was not fucking in there. And all the money was in the backpack, but the dime was gone. And I went into that backpack like 3 months later, and tried to find a pencil. Um, you know that pocket in a backpack where it has the pencil slots that you've never put a pencil in? And you go, when you're desperate, you don't have a pencil and you don't want to feel like an asshole and ask anybody. So you go to that pocket hoping that your retarded ass put a pencil in there one time and you just forgot about it all these all these days and it's never there. So that's where I had my money stashed. And I go in there to try and find a fucking pencil, and there's the fucking dime. Dime was in there the whole time. And I don't know what the moral of this story is. Probably to like take your time and really look, because I get frustrated immediately. I start throwing shit. I get pissed off. I start cursing. Everybody thinks I'm a whack job. I pace around a lot. I get very upset. I'm a high energy fellow when I get angry. And so that's probably what I did with the dime. I was cursing in the third grade because I really wanted blue. Wasn't going to get it. And so I was a dime richer 3 months later. And that sucks. But so let me know if you ever had that situation where you fucking knew you had it. You knew you had it. You knew where it was. And then you came back and it wasn't fucking there anymore. Sometimes you get ESP when you lose stuff. Like one time I lost a wallet, and I was like, fuck, I can't find this wallet. I couldn't find it for months. And then I went to bed one night, closed my eyes, and I pictured the wallet falling behind my dresser, which I never would have put the wallet there. I checked it out. I got out of bed. I was trying to go to sleep, trying to go to sleepy buys. I flip on the light. I crawl underneath my dresser, and there's the fucking wallet. Who knew? And I swear I had looked there 1,000 times, and it was never there. You know when they say the last place you look? That's horse shit too. Of course it's the last place you fucking look, because you found it. If anybody says, oh, well, it's the last place you look, tell them to shut their fucking mouth. Because, yeah, no shit, asshole. It's the last place I fucking look. And you know what? To go off that, yesterday ended even worse. My personal favorite team in the NFL footballs is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've been a fan for a long time. Very, very, very long time. And they played like dog shit against the fucking Patriots, the worst team in the NFL, the team I hate the most, the team nobody wants to win. So yesterday should have just been a wash. And you know what makes it even worse? It was one of my days off. I get 2 a week. That's also horseshit. But we'll come back to that. I get 2 days off a fucking week, and one of them was burned. Just straight burned by being an asshole. I spent 4 hours of it driving. I spent a good amount of it sleeping through where I should have been awake to enjoy the day off that I earned. Because I worked. Actually, I didn't work 5 days last week. It was a hurricane day, which is something we also have to come back to. And I've already forgotten the first thing I got to come back to. So fuck that. We're not talking about that. Unless it's something cool and I can remember it again. Now I'm spending too much energy trying to remember what the fuck I was trying to say. So yeah, you get 2 fucking days off. Oh, now I remembered. What a king. I remember now. So it really was a shit can day for a Sunday. And I think it's probably because I didn't praise the Lord. Man, I've been watching that the Righteous Gemstones on HBO. I fucking love that show. If you haven't checked that out, you don't got an HBO subscription, find your local pirate and steal that shit, dude. It's fucking money. I love it. And if you get the chance, if you have a lot of free time, like myself, and you don't piss it away on a Sunday, I would recommend watching Vice Principals first, because they have a lot of similar actors, and it's directed by the same guy. So if you like Vice Principals, I'm not saying that they're a direct parallel, but if you like Eastbound and Down too, but to a lesser extent, you'll definitely enjoy the Righteous Gemstones. That's my big shout out of the week. I love that show very much. A lot of male frontal nudity. There's a lot of penis in that show. And that's not why I like it. I come on here a lot and I talk about movies I watch with penis in them. And you know what? I just don't see penis that much. I don't hang out in gay clubs or glory holes or I don't know. A gynecologist checks out vaginas. That's what I'm doing, right, fellas? Haha. Um, but there's no penis doctor, and I guess that's because the penis doesn't like bear children. But I think there should be a penis doctor. Like, why are vaginas so much more special? But they have a lot more bloodshed. So if I bled out of my penis once a month, I'd probably cry. Stuff a Q-tip up there and call it a day, and walk funny for a week. I don't know how long periods last. I know nothing about women. So yeah, and going all the way back, I went on a tangent again. But that's how it's gonna be. I'm on a free flow. I don't give a fuck. I'm missing my boy Marshall. We should be recording together. I really hope he gets his recording in, and it's buttery smooth, and you get to hear him bring you something better than whatever the fuck I'm going on right now. What kind of fucking horseshit is that you work 5 days a week and you only get 2 off? Shouldn't it be like 3 and 4 or 4 and 3? That'd be even better. 4 days off and you work 3. I think that's fair. Like, I feel like there's too much time spent up, hitting the rat race, trying to make that bread, trying to get your paper up so you don't look like a broke boy in the club. And there's not enough time, I want to hang out with my kids that I'm going to have one day. I want to watch movies and play basketball. I hate basketball. Play basketballs. Maybe I'd like basketball if I had more free time. I don't got dick for free time. So, because I'm working 5 days a week. So I don't like that. I'd rather work 2 full days, like 48 hours. But you worked the whole 48 hours? Or you work 24 off 24, and then you're done for the whole week. And you went in at midnight, and you left at midnight. So you don't, kill 2 days. Because 24 hours across 2 days sucks dick. I don't want to get there at 6 p.m. and then leave at 6 p.m. the next day. Midnight works great. Because you kind of just stroll in there, late night style, not too hard, don't have to wake up early. And then you go home. Nothing's open at fucking 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. anyway. And you just get to go to bed, wake up, and then you got a whole fucking week to party and bullshit. And, watch The Righteous Gemstones on HBO. Not sponsored, but I would love that, HBO. Let me support your products. I watch a lot of HBO programming. Home box office. I love the TV fuzz before I watch a program. So, the hurricane. So, last week, if you remember, me and Marshall were talking about the hurricane that was coming through. Hurricane Dorian. I believe it's still out there, causing a mess. About to hit Canada or something. The thing about severe weather is you don't give a fuck if it ain't hitting you. You don't even hear about it. Last week you couldn't, or 2 weeks ago you couldn't go anywhere in my town without hearing somebody talk about the fucking hurricane, watching the goddamn news, just freaking out in general. And I think people just need to calm down about severe weather. It happens. I was thinking a lot about before the hurricane, being like a caveman, and a hurricane was coming my way. Would I know? Could I sense it? It's been hot for the last 4 days and now it's super windy. Should I seek shelter in my caveman cave where I got my rhinoceros meat that I'm about to cook up for the family that I have? I think I'm a stay-at-home caveman. I don't think I'm a working caveman. I've been watching the weather too much. I'm so fucking stupid. But do you think they fucking knew? I don't think they knew. I think they just drowned. Like, those poor people in Jamaica knew. And they fucking stay, or Bahamas, whatever. Is that racist? That Jamaica and Bahamas are the same to me? I mean, they both speak in that great island tongue. They talk like Rihanna. Um, you ever notice that Rihanna puts on that island accent? That's some fake horse shit. She never talked like that before when she was singing Umbrella. Now she's talking. Now she says tings. Bullshit. Get out of here. Just quit rebranding yourself to be an island girl. Do you remember when Rihanna went bad and she started like making songs about sex? When her songs used to be about bubblegum, stomp on the replay. You want to stomp on the replay, or do you want to stomp on my pussy? That's what Rihanna's all about. Um, People always say Rihanna's super hot. I'm just not my thing. Um, I don't get it. I seen her nude. That was like some of the first celebrity nudes I seen. Rihanna. She has dark nipples. Her nipples are dark. And she has a lighter skin tone, so it really doesn't fit. And like, I think she had like chains all around her. Like, one of the biggest trends now is these goth chicks. You know, the big titty goth, GF. Not my thing. Chains and whips don't excite me. And Rihanna song, you know what? She wasn't lying. You know what? She's into some BDSMs. Good for her. Way to express herself. I like you more, Rihanna. You got on my good side. So, the hurricane didn't hit us. It went right past us. I played a lot of Monopoly. I sat around. Mostly I just went stir crazy. The best part about going in a hurricane, if you've never experienced it, is driving around town before the hurricane hits and right after. Like the streets are all dead. It looks like you live in a ghost town and you get to assess the damage. That's most certainly my favorite part of a hurricane. That's when you get the best looting in. That'd be hilarious if I went looting. There was no damage done. Nobody lost power, but I'm still trying to break into places because I'm just a piece of shit. I hear there's looting going on in the Bahamas right now. Good for them. Get your TV. All the outlets are underwater though, so I don't know where you're plugging it in. But get your TV, bruh. I'm saying bruh like I'm Theo Vaughn. Isn't that fun? I can say whatever I want. It's my podcast. Me and Marshall's podcast. We built this. We have all these listeners around the universe. Thank you so much for listening. I'm not done yet. I'm just being appreciative of the things I have, the people I love. Man, I can't wait to listen to this back. It's gonna sound like horse shit. But that's okay. You're on the ride with me. Let's have fun. Let's get wild. Let's get stupid. You ever been to a trampoline park? I haven't. I've never been there. Um, it looks. You know what? This is something that I've been thinking a lot about lately. I don't know if anybody else is like this, and I'm sure you are because I'm a pretty normal guy. I'm not a weirdo or anything. Do you ever like picture yourself just like your knees giving out as you walk down a curb or while you're going down the stairs? Like your body can just fail you at any moment, and you're out here at a trampoline park. You know, I think the NBA clips really fuck me up. There's these NBA clips of these guys just shooting a jump shot, and they come down and their fucking femur, their tibula. I don't know what the shin bone is. I'm gonna say it's the femur. No, I feel like the femur's up higher. I don't know the bone game. Name the bone game song. I know the leg bone's connected to the foot bone. You know that I know that one. But when they get into more scientific names, they kind of lose me. But yeah, you see these dudes' shins just shoot right out of their body. That shit could happen to me. Like, I'm not trying to jump around in a trampoline park. You sign a waiver. So if you break, like, the best part about hurting yourself in public is that you can make a bag off of it, right? Like, you can get rich. Like, I'm hoping to God somebody drips some water in a Walmart supercenter so I can take a spill. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna become a stay-at-home dad. I'm a professional handicap. I got fucked up at a Target once. I, the razor blades attacked me and I then cut my arteries or whatever the fuck. I don't. But yeah, I'm terrified of getting injured. I don't want to be injured. Like the entire time that I get hurt, like let's say I bruise my knee or skin my knee, mostly knee activities, based on my extracurriculars. Uh, when I said I didn't see a lot of penis, I lied. um, but I always the thing I always think about is, do you remember the times that you're not hurt, and do you appreciate those? Because I'm not hurt right now. Like I have nothing on my body that hurts right now, and I was just sick for like a month, right? Took me out of the podcasting game. You know, they were coming for me, and the illnesses. I could have contracted AIDS virus. I don't know how you, from a toilet seat probably. And so like I'm not injured or hurt right now. I'm living a normal life. I should be appreciative, but like everybody, you take it for granted. I don't take anything for granted anymore. But I'm lying. Yes, I do. I take everything for granted. You know, I live in a nice home, a nice Anglo-Saxon middle-class home. You know, there's people out there in Haiti who believe magic is dangerous. What if I was them? What if I was afraid of magic? I've been watching a lot of Penn and Teller lately. That shit's fun. Penn and Teller Fool Us? Check that shit out. Ever hanging out at 12:30 in the morning, looking for something to watch on YouTube? Penn and Teller will keep you warm in a cold winter's night at 12 a.m. I've got it nailed now. It's a.m. at nighttime, baby. Um, yeah. What if I was a little Haiti boy, scared of David Blaine, scared he was gonna take my soul? I don't want that. Plus, Haitians are weird because they speak French. Pick a language. They did. It was French. Like, you know the game like 12 Degrees from Kevin Bacon, where you can take an actor and you can get within 12 moves to get back to Kevin Bacon? I wonder if you can do that with a Haitian and somebody from Louisiana. Like, is that the same kind of French? And then what about French Canadians? Like, if you were to tier French people, like you got French Canadians at the top. They are the most snobby. Sorry if you're French Canadian. I love you. But you're perceived around the world as kind of assholes. Like, you can't buy Lay's potato chips there like you can in America because they got to put it in French underneath. Um. Yeah. What's going on with the French Canadians? I think you get French Canadian, you get real French, then you get the Creole Louisianians, and then you get the Haitians. Like that's the tier list. And I don't know, that might sound wrong that I put the and like I think of these as like class system. Like if there was a caste system like in India, shout out ninth grade history teaching me that, you know what I mean? Probably learned it earlier. But I can't remember. I do remember learning it in ninth grade, so that's what we'll roll with it. World histories, that's where you learn that. I always preferred American histories. Not because I give a fuck about histories, but I cared more because it was where I lived. You know what I mean? um, but yeah, in the tier in the French peoples of French descent. That's how I'd tier them. French Canadians, real French, Louisianians, Haitians. And now you're going to go, what about this? They're not the big four. Those are the big four. France being the biggest, but it came in second. Because I have a preference for the French Canadians. Because they bathe. We had a listener in France. If you're listening again, tuning back in. I don't trash the French every single week. Just this week because I'm by myself and I'm having a good time. I do miss my favorite co-host, Marshall. Let's see where we go. Not bad. In Twitter news, a little Twitter takedown. That's our favorite segment now. Not much went on Twitter for me. The only big thing I saw, and I always get my Twitter takedowns from Keemstar, so that's why it always goes that way. But I seen that Twitter took down a lot of meme Twitter pages. The biggest of which, of course, is Dolan Dark. Dolan Dark has a YouTube channel, and I don't like it. It's a lot of like ear rape memes and stuff like that, which I just don't care for. I mean, they certainly have their place, but not for me. You know, I could go get my content somewhere else. I don't care for it. But I feel like he's one of these guys on YouTube and on the internet that has a double life. Like the personality is, like, there's no personality. Nobody knows what he looks like. I mean, I'm sure there are somebody, like probably his parents know what he looks like, but no regular person knows what he looks like. Um, I'm gonna bet he has his Dolan Dark side, and then he has like another side where he does more in-depth things. Cause too many YouTubers like him a lot. Like you'll see every YouTuber interacting with this guy. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's like got connections, helps them get their channels back when they go down, or something. He has some higher up position, or maybe he edits videos for YouTubers. You know, something like this. Because it's like there's nothing special about his channel. There's a million of them, channels like his, and his doesn't really stand out. So I'm not sure. I mean, he's had some pretty good Twitter posts, but I'm not sure why he's so popular. But congratulations to him. You know, success should not be taken lightly. This is a real introspective thinking podcast that I'm putting out this week. Usually I just sit around and say dumb things, but this week I'm going hard on the philosophical questions like, did the cavemen knew when the hurricane was coming? And I know that cavemen didn't live with dinosaurs, but I'd like to think that they did. And that's this week's Twitter takedown. The dinosaurs are hanging out with the cavemen, and Dolan Dark got banned on Twitter. And I think he's back now. Congratulations, welcome back. I see, one thing I tried to do during the hurricane, because there was no reason for anywhere to close. Like, I should not have been off for 3.5 days last week, because it was not that bad. But I wanted to go to the movies. And the movies is a place that I don't normally like to go. Like, I just feel like it's a time waste, like a time dump almost. Where you just lose a big portion of your day. Like driving in the car. Like the Sunday, if I had driven in the car and then watched a movie, I would feel like I had accomplished nothing that game. And so I was like, you know what? I can't go out and do anything anyway. Let's go to the movies. And I wanted to see Good Boys, which I think I talked about on the show before. That was the movie I wanted to see. Every single movie theater was closed starting on Labor Day, and the hurricane did not hit until late Tuesday night. So, and it didn't even hit, really. So I just wanted to enjoy a flick, a film, and I just did not get that, and it was very disappointing. I have no idea what Marshall's going to talk about. It'd be pretty cool if we talked about some of the same things. I doubt it, though. Do you think he's going to think about the cavemen and whether they knew about the weather? I doubt it. No way he could figure that out. Ooh, I'm looking at a bald bitch smoking a blunt. Right now I'm on Reddit trying to see if there's anything cool going on. And the only thing that's going on is a Brexit got blocked, which, I'd talk about if I knew anything about the UK or what I know Brexit wants to leave the EU. That's what that wants to do. And people don't like it. But they got bamboozled into voting for it or something. But I'm not the kind of guy to talk about that. You should talk to your Euro friends for better information. If you don't have any Euro friends, congratulations. I don't have any. I'd like one. If you're a European, you can hit me up on Instagrams and let's be friends. We can send each other pictures of me. Ooh, what's this say? Movie details. Forrest Gump. Jenny's scrapbook contains only photos of Forrest running because she'd not kept any earlier memorabilia due to her lifestyle. Originally removed due to not listing movie title. Oh. Okay, so they're saying that Jenny was a bitch the whole movie. Forrest Gump is a movie that I think is overrated. And I know Marshall would probably come to its defense, but I think the movie's too damn long. The movie should be 90 minutes. Back in the day when they were pumping out hits, movies were 90 fucking minutes, and that's what you expected. Hour and a half movie. How long's the movie? Hour and a half. Now it's, how long's the movie? 3 to 4 hours maybe. And Forrest Gump started this trend, I feel like, where it was just like, hey, we should make people angry in the movie theater where they can't leave. And you go, oh, Spencer, you can leave the movie theater anytime. You don't need to see the ending. Yes, I do. I need to see the ending. I paid for my ticket. I deserve it. I deserve to see the ending. And I shouldn't have to wait 180 minutes to see it. It's twice as long as the regular movie. I'm watching 2 movies. It's like watching Spider-Man 1 and 2. The Sam Raimi ones. The good ones. The ones that they should have just left. 1 and 2. You didn't need 3. You didn't need Andrew Garfield. What's he been up to lately? Jack Dick. I don't know if that's true or not. And you certainly didn't need this Tom Holland fella. He's been real popular. I noticed a lot of people like him. Not sure why. Probably because he has a European British accent. I wonder how he feels about Brexit. If you want to learn about Brexit, just hit up Tom Holland and he can tell you. Tell you all about it. Minecraft made a resurgence. You see this? Remember when people used to play Minecraft? Now they're playing it again. I can't believe it. I'm just scrolling down the news feed. Which probably means it's time for me to fucking go. It may be a short one this week, guys. I do apologize. And I will splice in Marshall's portion if he sends it to me here. Wow, thanks, Marshall. That was so funny and insightful. I can't believe you are such a stud. And I bet you that all the women think that you're sexy hot. And that you probably are going to be named Maxim's Man of the Year. So thank you so much for your portion, contribution to the show. I can't wait for us to be reunited next week where we can talk about alien monkeys beating up bad guys and such. But that's going to be it for us this week, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please come and check us out. Instagram, Twitter, at TDF Americans. You can check us out on YouTube, where we upload the podcast on Fridays if you want some visuals to go along with the audio that you're loving. That's at the Dumb Fat Americans. Make sure you drop us a like on whatever platform you listen to. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Maybe you play it on a Hit Clips recorder. I've seen those going big online. They're making a resurgence. Hit Clips. Maybe you're listening on a Hit Clip. But make sure you double tap that like button. Give 5 stars. Leave us a review. Tell us what you think. We thank you so much for listening. And you'll be back. We'll be back next week where the duo reunites for a super hot episode. Later, boys and girl.